here's the thing, guys. I mentioned this in a video earlier this week, but a few days ago, my aunt texted me about this ultra marathon that's going down in West Virginia in 3 weeks. Let me fire this thing up here. It's the New River Gorge Trail Festival Winter Edition, and I think I'm about to sign up. Look at this. Oh gosh, this looks like a big bridge. Let's check out the race info. It's a 50K, America's newest national park, Saturday, December 7th, 2024. Oh gosh. All right, I'm gonna do it. All right, here we go. They said, what name would you like printed on your bib number? I almost want to put in Hobby Jogger, but I'm not gonna do it. Just gonna put my real name. All right, I am about to do it. $92. I feel like I should beep this out for some reason. I don't know why. $92, but it's less than the race shoes. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, I did it. It's getting real. Let's go. Alright, man, I guess we are officially ultra marathon training now. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. I'm excited. And also, look, when I came out here, so knowing that I was about to do an ultra, I started asking around for some shoe recommendations. And my guy, K Guns, he told me to get this one shoe. I'll open it up when we get back from the run. He told me to get this one shoe. It was on sale for $100 on Running Warehouse. And I used the Supwell app discount code to get it for, I don't know, 85 bucks or something. So carbon plated trail racing shoe that I got for under $100, which is pretty awesome. But I wanted to try, hold on, let me show you this. Another thing that you guys told me to do is to replace the insole of the Superblast. So look at this. This is the Saucony Ride insole. It's the beaded TPU, super comfortable. I never run in the Ride, so I took it out of here, put it in the Superblast, and hopefully that gives me some more soft squish out of this shoe. We're ultra training now, so I have to like the Superblast. This is supposed to be the best. This is supposed to be the best long distance training shoe. And man, I'm excited because this means I have an even bigger excuse to put up disgusting mileage. 100 miles a week. I'm about to go 140 next week. I'm just kidding. I'm not. All right, let's do this thing. I wasn't even gonna run today, but you know what? We have to. We're ultra training now. All right, this is day 7 with the new GoPro. I already know the settings are good for the recording, but here's the thing. I put on the media mod for the audio now. So we had the video all squared away yesterday. Now today, it's audio time. So there's a mic on this guy, on this media mod. Hopefully that makes it better. So ultra marathon training. So for a long time, people have been telling me to do an ultra. And for a long time, I've been saying, heck no, I don't want to do an ultra. That sounds painful. That sounds unenjoyable. And I largely still believe that. Thing is, if we're only doing a 50K, not only, that's still a lot of Ks. It's a lot of Ks. 50 Ks, 30 miles about. But if we're doing 30 miles, 50 kilometers, that's manageable. That is 100% manageable. We'll be out there for half a day, sleep in a warm bed. Hopefully we'll not be hallucinating or starving. Now, this ultra that I signed up for, it's at a place called New River Gorge in West Virginia. It's near where my aunt lives. And it's actually the new, oh, look who it is. Would you look who it is? Yeah, it's at the newest state park, or newest national park in America, which is cool. There's that massive bridge, which you saw on the sign up, by the way. This is not a good choice. I just pounded a burger and fries like an hour ago. And then Charlie, she doesn't like Beyond and Impossible meat. She only likes black bean burgers because she was raised vegetarian. So she doesn't like the fake meat. Whereas I love that stuff. So she ordered a black bean burger, and then they gave her a regular burger, or a regular Beyond burger. And we'd already been there for a long time because of shenanigans, and then the kids were ramping up. So she didn't want it, so I just ate the other half. So I'm running right now 1.5 burgers and fries in the tummy. But hey, this is the thing. If you're gonna do an ultra, I heard you have to be able to run with a lot of food. And you have to have an iron gut. And let me tell you, my gut is like a carbon fiber plate in the Hoka Cielo X1. That thing is solid. That thing is solid. I think it was all the training I did back at Delta Sigma Phi. I can keep anything down. Are former frat stars better at ultras? Maybe. The other day in a video I said I needed some natural light on the food from the sun. Somebody said they thought I was talking about beer. I said, man, you're taking me way back. So yeah, the main thing I'm concerned about with this race, it's gonna be a lot different from my usual training, is of course the trail terrain. And then also the elevation. Charlie told me it's 5,000 feet of elevation gain, which is just absolutely absurd. To put that in some perspective for you, so it's 50K, roughly 31 miles is, let's call it 31 miles, 50 kilometers. I run 110 miles a week, and I will typically get, I'll throw up my Strava right here, but I'll typically get only 3,000 to 4,000 feet of elevation gain in a week. In a week. On a 20-mile long run, I'll get maybe 1,000 feet roughly of elevation gain. So we're going 30 miles in the hills of West Virginia, in the gorges, getting 5K, 5 stacks. Andre 3 stacks. Who? They're gonna call me Ioana 5 stacks after this one. That's just crazy. So yeah, 5,000 feet elevation gain, 31 miles on the trails. Now I'm just coming off of a 2:39 marathon out in the streets of Chicago, and here's the thing, we can get it in streets of Chicago. I'll bust down miles south side. I'll also go bust down miles in the hills of West Virginia, posted up in the sticks with the Appalachians putting in work. Any setting, any pace, ASAC. That's what the Los Angeles Chargers used to say a few years ago. Any squad, any place, any setting, any pace. Could get it in with in the sticks, I could get it in the streets. It doesn't matter. I might have to beep that out. I don't know if that was appropriate. All right, mile 1, 7:30 pace. And the Superblast with the new insole. Honestly, they still feel like the Superblast. These feel like the Superblast, but 3% more comfortable. I might try this insole switching more often. So yeah, the biggest difference is I just ran a marathon PR, 2:39 Chicago. Chicago is pancake flat. There was no time during that run where I felt like my legs were burning, when I was digging deep. Now, it wasn't easy, but if you've ever run a hilly race, you know that feeling of waiting for this part to be over. Even if you're not breathing that hard, it's, oh man, how long can I push up this hill? And I've done some trail races before. Longest I've done is a half at the Whitewater Center in Charlotte. Was it last year, 2023? Yeah, it was a 40-mile weekend actually. I did a bunch of these races at Tuckfest. If you're in the Carolinas, you might know this, Tuckfest. And I finished with the half marathon. Did it in around 2 hours, I think just under. And it's not super hilly there, but there's some good hills. Good hills for sure. Chicago, no hills at all until the last 800 meters. Actually, I think it might be the last 400 meters. There's a hill right at the finish line. And at that point, I was just running off straight adrenaline, sprinting essentially, so I didn't feel it. I don't have my data from that race because my watch actually deleted it. Which, speaking of, maybe I should try to get a Garmin before this. But yeah, I don't have that data, but I'm guessing I'll try to find somebody else's Chicago Marathon data. I'll look up my friend Rob Barnett. I'll look his up. I'm guessing it's about 200 feet of elevation gain. This is gonna be 5 stacks. 5 stacks. So I'm gonna be doing more hill work, at least for the next week. Keeping up the mileage. And then I'll do what I'm thinking now, a very short taper, similar to what I did for Chicago. Now you can't get a ton of gains in the last 3-4 weeks, but I'm of the mind that biggest workout should be about 3 weeks out. Keep the mustard on the dog for the last 3. Bang another long run 2 weeks out. And then, because this is going to be a 100% endurance race, no speed involved, speed and strength, I'm comfortable working on strength and power for the next 10 days heavily. So there's about 20 days left. Next 10 days, try to squeeze some juice out. Last 10 days, recover. Last 10 days, recover. Keep the mileage up. And we'll see. This is gonna be fun. We'll just see how it goes. A mile 2, 7:12 pace. This will also just be fun because it's completely different for me. I've never done an ultra. I don't run trails a lot. I actually really enjoy being out on the trails. It's one of the reasons I love running and coming out here, taking you guys along, being outside, and that's why I love Mint Hill, where I live. It's the closest you can get to being in the mountains while still living in a mid-sized to major city. So it's gonna be fun, have that connection with nature, be outside, try something different, push my limits. And also a distance for me, and I'm sure it's gonna be challenging, but a distance for me which mentally doesn't feel like a huge leap, especially given my training volume. Now, if I were to sign up for a 50 miler, that's where it starts to get, okay, that seems like a lot. And I'd want more than 3 weeks to prepare for it. But
given that my volume's been so high this year, I have no concerns with going out there and finishing the race. We'll just have to see how much mustard is left. Oh, look at that. You see that? That's a hill. That's a hill. We're gonna take it. You ready? Any hill I see, I'm just sprinting. Sprinting. It's not even a hill. Hill who? All right, here's the thing with the Superblast, mile 2.5 here. I think I'm just too light for these shoes. I think I'm just too small for these shoes because going downhill, they feel awesome. And then on the flats, I just can't put enough power down into them. So that's rare. Because I'm 6'2" and run at 7-minute, 6-minute paces, I usually am crushing force into shoes. But this one is, yeah, even at my faster paces, just feels like I'm not compressing it enough. But if I were doing a lot of downhill training, which I might throw some of that in to work on those eccentric contractions, because that's where the legs really take a beating, on the downhills, this would be a good shoe for that, for the bounce and the protection. Yeah, that's where that firmness might really come alive. But for my normal paces, this just feels like overkill for me personally. Mile 3, 6:58. This is like the Prime X Strong. Two very similar shoes. This is lighter. Both of them have just so much foam and bulk underfoot, but the speed assistance and the effort to pace is, I was gonna say effort to pace ratio, I don't even know if that makes sense, but my effort feels so much lower than my pace. So yeah, like the Prime X Strong, neither of these guys are my favorite performance wise or feel wise, but the performance is awesome. Might have to pop out, put down a 30-piece in Charlotte like Steph Curry. 360 with the wrist, boy. Chef Curry with the pop, boy. I don't know if they're ready for the Supwell swag to hit the trails. Yeah, and most of all, man, I think this is just gonna be fun. It's just gonna be fun. I love running because it's fun. I love it because it challenges me and I get a sense of fulfillment from doing things that are challenging. And this is just right outside the bounds of what I've currently been able to achieve. And so it's the next step. And that's how I like doing things. Just chunking them up, taking one step at a time, gradually stacking. I mean, look at the back of the shirt. My friend Barrett designed these, and he said it's meant to illustrate what he thought was the ethos of this channel, which is just the gradual progression of stacking mileage, putting one run after the next, and getting where we need to go. Not taking any crazy leaps, not doing anything that feels impossible, but being consistently repetitively consistent, and swinging that axe. So I'm hyped up about this. This is gonna be a really fun one. One more hill. You can't stop me. What's a hill to a mountain goat? Nothing. Let's go. Back outside, boys. There's no better feeling than having a new goal. New goal. Let's go. That's the sun setting on bad energy. Only positive energy. Let's go. All right, man. What do we get here? 4.14 miles, 7:11 pace, that's good luck. 7:11, that's good luck. 29 minutes and 46 seconds. I have to say, these were definitely more comfortable with the insole. Inside the new insole from the ride, I didn't get as much as that 4-foot slap. We're at, I don't know, 70 miles now in these guys. I'm definitely going to get them up to 100. I know I said I don't do 100-mile reviews anymore, so maybe I won't even do a review. Or maybe I'll do a Supwell app exclusive 100-mile review of these guys. But yeah, performance is good, bounce is good, stability is good. Charlie got a pair of these as well. She got a black pair, and she's been liking them. But she also, and she's more of a 4-foot striker, so I'm more of a mid to heel. And it's so interesting how that happens because we run at completely different paces. I run more at 6 to 7 minute paces. She runs more at 9 to 10 minute paces. She's more of a 4-foot striker. I'm more of a heel striker. But we both felt the heel was chunky. And she felt the same thing, that the foam doesn't compress that much. Again, different size feet, different mechanics, all of that. And we had the same feeling of the shoe. So there's some things in shoes that everyone, regardless of their pace, regardless of their size or foot strike, will feel. And that's the chunky heel in the Superblast. But she also said it was a lot more fun than what she typically runs in. Even, I think she said it was more fun than the SC Trainer V3. And then she'll typically just wear the heck out of shoes. She wore them to the Greenway and walking around, and she also said not a walking shoe, in her opinion. Very firm here. But look at this. I can finally see some signs of creasing on this foam after 100-something miles. Or sorry, after 70-something miles. That was a Freudian slip because I was thinking I want to get this up to 100 to see if it can just soften up. This needs to be 7% softer. They need a shoe that's in between this and the Glide Ride Max. If they put FF Blast Max on the top, FF Turbo Plus on the bottom, that would be a perfect shoe. And I think ASICS has a shoe called the Sonic Blast coming out. Again, this was leaked on the Supwell app. The CEO of ASICS was wearing a shoe called the Sonic Blast at the New York City Marathon. And one of my friends, Jorge, was at the expo and interviewed him and posted it on the Supwell app. It was fire. So hopefully that can fix what the issues are with this thing. But let's bang down to the street, finish up talking about this Ultra. Man, it's not even 4:30 and we already have winter light. It's so weird and dark out here. It's just odd. All right, so what do I have here? What do I have here? Why do I have this giant box? So I ordered this from Running Warehouse. By the way, Running Warehouse, they're really the only partner of Supwell right now.
And you know what Running Warehouse did? When I was at the running event last year, I don't think I've ever told this story, they emailed me 2 days after the running event and said, hey, we saw you putting in work at the running event, bringing good energy. We like what you're doing. And keep in mind, I had 1,500 subscribers on YouTube at this point. They reached out to me, said, we like what you're doing. We want to work with you. We want to be an affiliate partner. We saw you working your magic at the running event. That was super cool to me. So that's why I always have love and will always have love for Running Warehouse. They're essentially a day one, flew me out to California earlier this year. Big partner. So all that is to say, if you're gonna buy new shoes, make sure to do it through my Running Warehouse link because it helps support the channel. And if you're gonna buy used shoes, do it through the Supwell app. All right, so I ordered this stuff yesterday, literally yesterday morning. My guy K Guns left a comment on the channel because is this lighting super weird? This is just the sun is blasting at me. But my guy K Guns left a comment and said, bro, you gotta try this pair of shoes that's in this box if you're gonna do a 50K. He used them for a 100 miler. So I ordered this Friday morning at, I don't know, before I ran, maybe 8:30 a.m. And we were just out. I told you we were eating burgers in Charlotte, having a good time at Park Road Park. That's why I have some, that's not blood, that is ketchup. I have some ketchup on my shirt. And it's here, Saturday afternoon. It was 24 hours. That's also because I live in southern North Carolina. The Running Warehouse is in northern Georgia, but still, that's crazy. So what do we have up here? All right, bada boom, bada bang. I just decided to take the L to resolve this mystery of the missing Morton. It's still missing, so I just ordered more, and then bang. This is the, can barely get it out. This is the pièce de résistance, Saucony Trail. Saucony Trail. So this is what K Guns recommended for a 100-mile ultra, and this is what I think I'm gonna wear. But the thing is, I don't know, I still have to test it. I don't get out on the trails all that much. This is what I was saying when I was out there. I don't get on the trails that much, so that's gonna be one of the things I need to work on over these next few weeks. I do have a course about, or there's two different courses actually, more of single track mountain bike. It's not my favorite to run on because these mountain bike courses here, these backyard style mountain bike courses are just so twisty. It's barely even runnable, but I might have to check it out. One of them is Purser Halsey, and then the other one is Stevens Creek Nature Preserve. That's a bit better, but they're also both only 3-mile courses. I think you can string together 5 miles. So maybe I'll run over to test some shoes. We do have other places within an hour of us here in Charlotte. So there's Morrow Mountain, there's Crowder's Mountain, there's Uwharrie. Those are all about an hour away, but tough to do that during the week. But maybe I'll wake up at 5 and go test some shoes. All that's to say, let me know what your top trail shoe recommendations would be for a 50K. I have the Adidas Terex, the plated version. Actually, I got those through Running Warehouse. They sent them to me. I have this. I have a few pairs of non-plated trail shoes. I haven't tried the Nike Alpha Fly or Ultra Fly, and I haven't tried the Hoka Tecton. But let me know, what are the best trail shoes? I see new ones coming out all the time. I don't follow trail as closely as I do road, so let me know your trail shoe recommendations. What should I test over the next few weeks? So let's open this thing up. Bada boom. Ooh! Endorphin Edge. That's what this guy is. So this is Saucony's plated trail racer. And the thing is with this came out about, let's see, can we get some good light on this? This came out about 2 years ago now. So there's a carbon fiber plate in here. It's Power Run PB. And I ran my first marathon. I ran my first ever marathon in the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3, which is the road version of this. Now look, has that carbon fiber plate. I have heard that it can be sketchy, that it can be unstable, but the stack isn't super high. And look at this, it almost reminds me of the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3 here with the way they've contoured this. And I love this pink. I raced my first marathon in the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3 pink version. And this is the trail version of that. So should be a banger. I've heard it can get unstable and sketchy, but also should be a lot of speed assistance here with the carbon fiber plate and the foam. I just love Saucony shoes. I raced the Chicago Marathon and the Endorphin Elite. So that's what I'm leaning to right now. Let me know your recommendations though. And then, of course, I had to restock on the caffeinated Morton as well. So that was my running warehouse haul to prep for this ultra in 3 weeks. So last thing I'll say here, please let me know your recommendations for training. How should I optimize next 10 days? This is my window, 10-day window. Again, I believe you can get gains up to the last 14 to 10-day window. That's when it shuts off. Then the rest is maintenance. So tomorrow we're gonna do a big long run workout. Next week I'll do another big long run workout. I'm gonna try to get some trails. But let me know, for those of you out there who have done 50Ks and performed strongly, how would you optimize the next 10 days to 2 weeks? This is what I'm thinking. 3 things. Maintain the high mileage, hit 110 or 120 at least 1 week. Longer long runs with elevation. So tomorrow we're gonna go out here. We're gonna go long tomorrow. We're gonna crush some vert, as they like to say, crush some vert, crush some elevation gain, and then also downhills, working on some of the downhills to protect the legs. Because if you got 500 feet of elevation gain up, you also have to go 5,000 or 5,000 up. You also have to go 5,000 down. And this course, let's see if I can find a course map somewhere, but this course is a 2-looper. So we're gonna go 1 loop, 2 loops, and out and back at some point, and then it's finished. So there's a half marathon, and then there's this 50K. So the half marathon is 1 of those loops, the 50K is 2 plus the out and back. So guys, let me know, how should I train for this? How should I train for this? I have the shoe, I have the energy, I'm fired up, I have the excitement. I don't have any time goal. My goal is just to go out there and have fun, and we'll see if we can muck it up and how long we can hold on out there. But I think it's gonna be fun. I've never run longer than 3.5 hours. I think I ran a 3:26 marathon just during training earlier this year, not for a PR or anything, but just going out to run 3 hours and 26. So that's the longest that I've ever run. This will take, I don't know, man, 5, 6, 7 hours. The course cutoff is 10, and unless something goes wrong, I don't think I'm gonna be out there at the course cutoff. So it's gonna take me a good chunk of the day. So let me know how I should prepare. Let me know what I should add into my training over the next few weeks. Let me know all the tips that you guys have done from your ultras. Also, let me know what shoes you want to see me bring in to hit the trails with over the next few weeks. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Wish me luck. This is going to be fun. I'm really excited. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Yeah, I also ran my first ever sub-3 in Saucony as well. I ran my first sub-3 in the Saucony Endorphin Elite. I raced my first 10K in the Saucony Endorphin Speed. So Saucony has always been my first. So I've heard the Edge is a banger. We'll have to test it, but let me know what else I should bring in. I could bring in 1 or 2 more things before, and I think this is going to be more stable than the Adidas shoe. That's designed for German roads. This thing is supposed to be like the Jeep Wrangler of running shoes right here, the Edge. I'm excited. Man, ultra, baby. Ultra. I'm ultra hyped, dude. Last ultra I did was Miami 2013. Miami 2014 Ultra Music Festival, putting in work.
Or you can put it in your room and you can get one later. Another shoe.
All right, man, one more thing. Supwell Kitchen, pre-long run dinner. We have the Southern Fiesta here. Vegan grits with the white beans and greens. And what would you call this sauce, Charles? The sauce that you cook the vegan grits in? Greens and beans. Is it vinegary sauce? Some sort of a secret magic sauce, and then barbecue tempeh with Stubbs Hickory Bourbon. I might need to do a little taste test here. One bite, everyone knows the rules on the Stubbs Hickory Bourbon tempeh. Ooh, that's hot. That's crazy. That legit kind of tastes like whiskey. That's fire though. Pre-long run meal. Good mix of carbs, fats, protein. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, Roni, you ready? And then I'm going to wash it down with one of these, by the way, Trail Pass. I don't have a partnership with them, but I should. Non-alcoholic IPA, supple certified right here. This stuff is fire. See you tomorrow.